Happy Friday, everyone. Welcome to a conversation with Chaplain Dan. We've been talking all week this week about what happens from a scriptural perspective, from a faith perspective, when we come up short. We've talked about patience, coming up short with patience. We've talked about on Tuesday, coming up short with attention to the good and godly things. We talked on Thursday about the fear of coming up short with money. And today, I'd like to continue to draw on Paul's retelling of the story of Father Abraham as the father of all nations, to talk about what happens when we come up short, or fear we are, or know we are coming up short with hope. Hope. The opposite of hope has many faces: downcastness, depression, anxiety. But the word I'd like to use today to talk to you about coming up short on hope, with hope, is doubt. Doubt in what will happen to us. The story of Abraham is so instructive at this point. I just want to tell the story and then thank God for you. Near the end of his life, as we recounted yesterday, Paul reminds the believers in the Way and Rome and his other churches, Father Abraham was an old man, 100 years old, the book of Genesis says, and still did not have a child, and yet God had promised him that he would be the father of all nations. How could that be? Perplexity, anxiety besieged him. And yet, through it all, Father Abraham, Paul writes in the 18th verse of the 4th chapter of Romans, Father Abraham hoped and believed. And in hoping and believing, he became the father of many nations. How did that happen? God said to him in his questioning, when he was at a senior age, a very senior age, 100 years, the scripture says, of age. Abraham, you and Sarah are going to have a child. You're going to have a child. And his name will be Israel, or Isaac, in the scriptural terms of that day's language. And he will be, through him, your heir. Your legacy will be achieved. How can that be? Abraham said. I'm 100 years old, and Sarah is almost as old, my wife, and she's barren. How can that be? And God said to Abraham, according to Genesis, as Paul recounts, trust in the Lord, and you will find hope. And sure enough, Isaac was born. Another interpretation of Isaac's name is laughter. What an absurd reality to hope in. 100-year-old man being the father of a new baby who would be his heir and his link to fulfilling God's promise. That occurred. And if you think about the great religions of the world, almost all of the great religions have their rootage in Father Abraham. Judaism? Yes. Christianity? Yes. Islam? Yes. The great religions of the world. Yes, Abraham hoped in spite of his doubt. I encourage you today, this Friday, the 14th of August, hot as all blazes out there. Hope. Family haven't kissed them and hugged them in all these months. Hope. Desperation on so many fronts in this country and in this world. Hope. God bless you this Friday. The God of hope of Abraham and Isaac and Sarah. The God of Paul and all who believed in the way. Our God offers us hope even today. Have a blessed Friday, a wonderful weekend, and worship with us here on Channel 18 on Sunday, the Lord's Day, 9:30 a.m. and 4 p.m. But if you think about despair, desperation, discouragement in this day, remember Abraham and Sarah and laugh.